Start the video with an engaging animation prompting viewers to subscribe, like, and share to stay updated on self-growth content. Welcome. Today, we'll explore the power of solitude and why having fewer friends, or even no friends, can sometimes be a blessing in disguise. Drawing on the wisdom of Stoicism, we'll uncover 7 powerful lessons on resilience, inner peace, and self-reliance. By the end, you'll see how solitude can sharpen focus, cultivate independence, and deepen self-awareness. So, let's dive into the Stoic insights that prove that alone doesn't mean lonely, it means freedom. 1. Self-reliance is one of the core tenets of Stoic philosophy, emphasizing the importance of finding strength and contentment within oneself rather than seeking validation or support from external sources. For the Stoics, true happiness was an inner state, unaffected by external circumstances, people, or material possessions. When we rely on others for our sense of worth or happiness, we make ourselves vulnerable to disappointment, criticism, and the inevitable ups and downs of relationships. However, by cultivating self-reliance, we build resilience, independence, and a deep sense of inner peace that isn't easily shaken by others' opinions or actions. The Stoics believed that every individual has the power to shape their own perspective and choose their responses to life's events. This sense of inner control fosters confidence, allowing us to handle adversity more effectively. Relying on oneself teaches us that we are enough, helping us develop the strength and skills needed to cope with life's challenges on our own terms. Without the constant need for approval or validation from others, we become more self-assured and learn to trust our instincts. Moreover, self-reliance brings with it a sense of freedom. When we are independent, we're able to make choices based on our own values, desires, and principles rather than feeling pressured to conform to others' expectations. In this way, Stoic self-reliance isn't about isolation or rejecting connections but about building a foundation of inner stability. This stability enables healthier relationships because we're not dependent on others for our happiness. We can engage with others from a place of strength, balance, and inner peace, qualities the Stoics valued as central to a life well lived. 2. The Stoic approach to inner peace emphasizes minimizing distractions and emotional disturbances, especially those that stem from excessive social interactions. In Stoicism, fewer relationships and social engagements can translate into less drama, conflict, and overall distraction, allowing the mind to settle into a peaceful state. The Stoics believed that this calm, undisturbed mental state was essential for cultivating clarity of thought and maintaining a focused, virtuous life. Interacting frequently with others can sometimes lead to emotional turbulence. Social dynamics often come with misunderstandings, expectations, or conflicts, which can disrupt inner tranquility. By choosing to limit these interactions, we give ourselves a buffer from the potential chaos and pressure that accompany them. This distance allows us to focus more on personal growth, self-awareness, and reflection, which are core Stoic values. Instead of being drawn into external conflicts or drama, we conserve our energy for pursuits that foster our inner calm and wisdom. A focused mind, free from social distractions, can better engage in self-reflection, self-improvement, and the pursuit of knowledge. For the Stoics, this clarity was a vital tool in living a life of purpose and virtue. It enables us to see things as they are, undistorted by the noise of others' opinions or external pressures. In this clear state, we are better able to cultivate self-mastery and to respond calmly to life's challenges, drawing strength from within rather than being swayed by fleeting emotions or external circumstances. Ultimately, fewer social interactions align with Stoic values by helping us maintain a peaceful mind, fostering a clear and steady path toward inner freedom, focus, and resilience. 3. In Stoic philosophy, time is a precious resource meant to be used wisely, with a strong emphasis on personal growth and self-improvement. When we reduce social obligations and interactions, we gain valuable time to invest in our own development. The Stoics taught that a purposeful life is one dedicated to learning, reflection, and building wisdom. By spending time alone, we have the freedom to engage in practices that enrich the mind, body, and soul without the distractions that come with excessive social commitments. The opportunity to engage in self-improvement is amplified in solitude. Without constant social engagements or obligations, we can focus deeply on meaningful pursuits, reading, studying philosophy, practicing mindfulness, or honing a particular skill. For the Stoics, these activities are not just hobbies but essential practices that lead to self-mastery and understanding. By dedicating time to learning and reflection, we grow closer to the ideal of eudaimonia, or flourishing, which the Stoics viewed as the highest form of happiness. Reflection is a particularly valuable part of this process. Solitude allows for introspection, an honest assessment of our strengths, weaknesses, and values. This self-awareness is essential for becoming a better person and making choices aligned with our principles. Instead of being reactive to the expectations or influence of others, we can focus on what truly matters to us, building character and moral integrity. Ultimately, less social obligation allows us to prioritize what the Stoics saw as the highest pursuits: wisdom, virtue, and inner peace. Through self-improvement, we become more resilient, balanced, and fulfilled individuals, better equipped to live meaningfully and to engage with the world in a grounded, purposeful way. 4. Stoic philosophy places great importance on emotional resilience, which is often strengthened through solitude. By spending time alone, we learn to confront our thoughts and emotions without immediately seeking comfort or validation from others. This builds mental fortitude, teaching us to navigate challenges independently and develop a strong inner foundation. For the Stoics, true strength came from within, relying on one's own rational mind and values rather than the fleeting support of external sources. The Stoic practice of detachment, apatheia, involves approaching emotions with calm rationality and control, recognizing that intense emotional reactions often cloud our judgment. By facing solitude, we train ourselves in this detachment, allowing us to observe emotions without being overtaken by them. This doesn't mean ignoring or suppressing feelings but rather acknowledging them and responding with measured thought. In solitude, we learn to self-soothe, manage stress, and regulate our reactions, becoming less dependent on others for reassurance or guidance. Moreover, solitude helps us build resilience by encouraging self-reflection. When alone, we have the space to honestly examine our fears, anxieties, and emotional responses. Through this self-awareness, we gain insight into our vulnerabilities and strengths, learning how to better manage life's inevitable hardships. The Stoics believed that resilience comes from understanding that we cannot control external events, only our reactions to them. This principle is reinforced in solitude, where we come to rely on our own capacity for calm, balanced thinking rather than external distractions. In practicing detachment and resilience, we develop emotional strength that enables us to face life's challenges more confidently. By finding comfort within ourselves, we are better equipped to handle adversity and cultivate an enduring sense of inner peace, hallmarks of Stoic wisdom. 5. In Stoic philosophy, the freedom from external expectations is essential for living authentically and in alignment with one's true values. Friendships and social connections, while meaningful, often come with implicit expectations, responsibilities, and pressures to conform or please. These expectations can subtly influence our actions, sometimes leading us to make choices to satisfy others rather than to fulfill our own goals and principles. In solitude, however, we're liberated from these external pressures, gaining the freedom to make decisions that genuinely reflect our beliefs and values without the fear of disappointing others. The Stoics valued autonomy of mind, teaching that true happiness and virtue come from being honest with ourselves and acting according to our own rational judgment. When we're alone, we can focus on what truly matters to us, unconstrained by the need for approval or the fear of judgment. This self-directed path allows us to prioritize our own growth, pursue our goals with clarity, and make choices grounded in self-awareness and integrity. In solitude, we cultivate a stronger sense of self, unburdened by the need to meet social expectations. This detachment from others' opinions aligns with the Stoic practice of distinguishing what is within our control, our actions and thoughts, from what is not, such as others' expectations or reactions. By stepping away from the influences of social pressure, we foster a more authentic existence rooted in personal responsibility and self-acceptance. This freedom ultimately enables us to live with greater purpose and conviction. As we learn to trust ourselves, we become more resilient, capable of following our own path, and living a life of genuine fulfillment, qualities that are central to the Stoic ideal of a life well lived. 6. The Stoics regarded self-knowledge as essential for a virtuous and meaningful life, believing that a clear understanding of our inner values, beliefs, and goals empowers us to act wisely. Solitude naturally fosters this introspection, allowing us to step back from the influences of society and focus inward. Without the distractions and expectations that accompany constant social interactions, we gain the mental space to reflect on who we are, what we value, and what we hope to achieve. This reflective process is vital for self-improvement and personal growth, core aspects of Stoic philosophy. In solitude, we have the opportunity to examine our thoughts, motives, and decisions with honesty and clarity. This deeper self-knowledge helps us identify strengths and areas for growth, shaping our character and aligning our actions with our values. Through this process, we become more attuned to our true desires and better equipped to make choices that reflect our authentic selves. The Stoics believed that living according to one's principles was the key to a fulfilling life, and solitude offers the conditions for discovering those principles more fully. Introspection also strengthens our understanding of how we respond to challenges, fears, and emotions. By facing these in solitude, we cultivate resilience and self-acceptance, recognizing our capabilities and limitations without relying on external validation. This deeper self-awareness helps us live with integrity, ensuring that our actions align with our values rather than the opinions or expectations of others. Ultimately, solitude and self-knowledge empower us to live more consciously and with greater purpose. For the Stoics, this alignment of thought and action represents the ideal of a life led by virtue, wisdom, and authenticity, guiding us toward genuine inner peace and fulfillment. 7. In Stoic philosophy, gratitude is considered a cornerstone of happiness, fostering a sense of appreciation for life's gifts, especially for the people around us. Paradoxically, solitude can deepen this gratitude by helping us better recognize the value of our connections. When we step back from constant interaction and spend time alone, we gain perspective, coming to see the unique qualities of the relationships we do have. This time apart highlights the depth and significance of meaningful bonds, allowing us to appreciate them more fully when they're present. Solitude offers space for reflection, helping us distinguish between superficial interactions and genuine connections. In this quiet introspection, we can recall moments of kindness, support, or companionship and acknowledge how these have enriched our lives. This reflection not only enhances our appreciation but also strengthens our commitment to nurturing relationships that align with our values. The Stoics believed that practicing gratitude helps us maintain a balanced perspective, as it directs our focus toward what we have rather than what we lack. By embracing solitude, we learn to value companionship not as a need for validation or distraction, but as a mutually enriching experience. This shift in perspective aligns with Stoic ideals of self-sufficiency, where we are grateful for connections yet not dependent on them for happiness. When we do reconnect with others, we bring a renewed sense of presence, respect, and appreciation. Ultimately, solitude fosters a greater awareness of the preciousness of true connections. By practicing gratitude, we cultivate a deeper sense of happiness and contentment, viewing our relationships as intentional, meaningful, and deeply valued aspects of our lives. For the Stoics, this balanced gratitude is a path to a joyful and fulfilling life. Conclusion. To wrap up the video, prompt viewers with a quick reminder to subscribe, like, and share to continue exploring personal growth insights. Thank you for watching. Today we uncovered the Stoic wisdom in embracing solitude. By finding strength in self-reliance, nurturing inner peace, and gaining clarity on our values, we see how being alone can be a powerful path to a more resilient, authentic, and fulfilling life. The Stoics remind us that solitude isn't about isolation but about self-discovery, peace, and gratitude for meaningful connections. So if you enjoyed these insights, be sure to subscribe for more on Stoicism and self-growth. Until next time, stay grounded and keep growing.